Alright guys, this is going to be the first in the series where we're going to take a lift that's happening around the gym and give it a little bit of an analysis for everybody to kind of watch and learn and see some of the points that the coaches are trying to make throughout the sessions. So this happens to be a hang clean. It was done in within like a complex. Anyways, I'll go ahead and we'll play this video full speed once for you to look at, and then we'll have an analysis of it. Cool. All right. So a few good things happening there. Definitely a pretty solid lift. A few little details, and we'll make that lift a little bit easier for him. So we'll start at the beginning. You can see this lifter. He's pretty good at doing things like getting his breath and getting his tension. He's really conscious of that fact. You can see here he has his breath, but here his shoulders are pulled kind of just straight down. If he squeezed his shoulders back, that would add a little bit more support across the back when he's going down to make his lift. All right, so from there we're going to see him settle down into the hang position. You can see here a couple good things happening. One, he has his knees pulled back, which is really good. And here you can see his shoulders are well in front of the barbell. Things to keep in mind with this, you want to keep the weight on that heel, but your shins pulled back as much as you can. He's doing a pretty good job of this. I think maybe he could get his knees pulled back a little bit more, get those shins a little bit more vertical, but he's doing pretty good. You can see his shoulders are over the bar a little ways there. All right, as we make our way through the lift, you can see here he's actually actively pulling that bar into his hips. He isn't allowing his hips to come forward like this to come to the bar. He's more bringing the bar this way into his hips. He's doing a pretty good job of this. It's definitely something you want to emphasize through your lift, is bringing the bar into your hips. All right, so as we move through, he's hitting kind of his power position like right in here. This is kind of where you're making the most bang for your buck. You can see, which is awesome, he's still flat-footed. He hasn't transferred the weight to his front. He's still pulling back in through his heels, which is what you want to have happen. His shoulders are still on top of the bar, maybe slightly behind. He could be over still at this point even, so he's brought his hips forward maybe just a tad early, but like I said, still pretty good. As he's finishing the lift, you can see he hits this nice extension where he's pulling back. His body's arching to the back. He's reached this kind of full extension. As he's pulling, you can see his elbows point up to the back corner, and he wraps them around the bar, which is perfect. They're still pointed up. As we make the way down to receive the bar, you can see he's received the bar kind of in this area here, so he's pretty high up, so pretty powerful pull through that hang position. As he settles in, I just want to highlight that he gets a little bit soft and that he's not lending that much support to his torso to stay upright, so maybe a little bit of loss of tension in the back and belly. He's just getting soft. Let's just call it a little bit soft in the core. As he's coming to stand, you can see right here his knees are still shoved out to the side somewhat. Maybe his ankles, you can kind of see his ankles are just maybe a little bit collapsing to the middle, which is indicative of maybe he's not pushing out as hard as he can. And you can see that as we start to come up. As he's coming up, you can see his knees are clearly starting to come to the middle, which is causing his torso to lean forward as he's moving his way up in the lift. As he's coming up, you can see he starts to recover, his knees come out, and he brings his hips into play to come to a stand. It looks like maybe he's relying on the belt a little bit more than he should instead of his glutes to help stand up. He's creating so much tension trying to push against that belt versus using his butt to help him stand and keep those knees shoved out, that it's causing also that torso to fall. Anyway, I don't want to take anything away from this lift. It was done really well. I'll show it to you again at full speed one time. And then we'll show you that hang position. Pretty good. And then again, just emphasize that hang position. This is that hang position that we want to see. Cool, guys. Talk to you on the other one.